It's time. We're back. We're late. We're here. Everything is going according to plan, motherfuckers. I'm gonna just give you some quick picks. By the way, never mind. I'm gonna give you some quick picks for the prelims, and then for the main card, I'm gonna be a little bit more detailed. So let's get it going. These are two guys that are doing their debut, huh? Mm-hmm. So I'm not gonna give my picks in this one. I don't know the other guy that's gonna fight against Jonathan since our boy Tafa pulled out. So I'm not gonna give my pick on that one. So Nico Price versus Jacoby Smith. Clearly they have Jacoby Smith as a favorite for a reason. It's not showing right here, but they have him as a favorite for a reason. And Nico Price is like kind of on and off depending on who it is that he's fighting, but he's relatively consistent. So I'm gonna go Jacoby Smith. Decision. Next. Okay, regular prelims. Terrence McKinnister, T-Rex versus Vyacheslav Warshev. Okay, I just want Terrence to win, bro. Bro just keeps getting KO'd viciously, and I just want him to win. And Warshev is a lot more ass than I thought he was when I first got introduced to him. So hopefully Terrence gets the dub by I'm gonna be real, I think he would get it done by decision, but hopefully round 1 KO. We're getting regular Terrence McKinnister. Alright, so Viviana Araujo versus Tracy Cortez. I'm surprised that Tracy is such a big favorite to a certain extent, minus 225. So I don't really care for this one, but really Tracy winning helps the division out, so hopefully Tracy wins. That's it. I'm not a simp for Tracy, by the way, so I don't give a fuck. If she gets KO'd, cool. Now Hyder Emil versus Jose Miguel Delgado. Fight that I don't care about as much, but if I'm not wrong, Emil is a motherfucker viene de KOs, no? Que es de the Philippines?
I believe so.
I'm not sure. I'm not gonna give my pick on this one. So Jack Hermanson versus RoboCop. I just want RoboCop to win, bro. I really like him. He has a really fan-friendly style. He's got the ground game to compete against Jack. The grappling, he doesn't have crazy cardio, but I guess it really just depends on the way he ends up fighting. Because if he just goes straight striking, yes, he gasses out quick. But it's a 3-rounder. I really do have Gregory by round 3 TKO. I could see him just in a random moment of just grappling, kind of threaten a submission on Jack. And then they kind of separate and he gets his striking going, something that he had been getting throughout the fight. And then yet at the end at that last round, he'll get it done, TKO. Nothing vicious though. So main card. Okay, we have our boy Peyton versus Felipe de Lima. You motherfucker switched up bad on Peyton. Bad. But with that said, I got Felipe by decision. Hopefully it's a good scrap. I see this being pretty chill. But hey, man, I can never count out Peyton with that pretty fucking crisp striking. So let's see what happens. Now our boy Benny Darius versus Renato Moicano. Benio, he's very good. Great ground game. Somewhat technical on the feet. Somewhat. And versus Moicano, pretty fucking crazy at times, but he likes to keep it disciplined depending on who it is which he's fighting. So I'm a little bit on the fence on this one. If it goes to a decision, definitely I have Benio winning. But if it goes to a finish, I have Moicano by 2nd round, TKO or sub. But that's just me. I'm not heavy on that. But that's if it goes either way. Decision, Benio, finish, Moica. Let's keep it going. Sorry, the website is kind of fucked up because we got the fight 2 times. But let's just, bam, right there. Let me put this away. Bam, right there. So I got well, I mean, Joshua Van versus Brandon Roybal. Joshua Van is a good fighter. He is very good. He's very young. He still has a lot to learn. I'm surprised that he's a favorite. It's been kind of, the scale has been moving a little bit each side since the fight got booked. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a pick 'em on fight day. But man, I think, look, man, I think Roybal is pretty shit. But I think, like, for the level of competition that Joshua Van is, and then what Roybal is, I think he has, like, those tools to give Joshua just a lot of problems and end up finishing him by, like, the way that Joshua fights. He's very, very hittable. So with his almost at times unorthodox striking that Roybal has, and some pretty decent ground game, I think he could like maybe drop Joshua in like the second round and end up submitting him. Just that way he doesn't have to run that risk of him getting up and maybe landing a good shot on him. Kind of like. You know, I would even kind of see it going like when Kai fought Roybal, that he kind of drops him, he comes back and fucking submits him, like type shit. So now we got Pantoja versus Kai Kara France. Fuck Pantoja. Kai by finish, round 1 KO. Now the main event: Ilya versus Charles. This is a tough one. And you know what's funny? Ilya doesn't look as big as I thought he was going to be. I didn't think he was going to be big. But, bro, Volk packed on more muscle than Ilya did. But, the timing of things, Ilya was going to move up either way. I'm just surprised that he isn't more big. So, man, I would like to go into details, but for me there's so many variables in this fight that it's hard for me to decide or like give you a concrete pick. So I'm just going with my heart here, and I'm gonna say Charles, round 3, sub, late submission. That pressure is gonna get on Ilya. Ilya is gonna try to get those combos going. Charles might slip, maybe take the back, almost slip on his back like he did on Dustin on that third round, and just kind of take him down, smother him a little bit, tighten it up. Round 3, rear naked choke. Those are my picks, fellas. Easy.
What is up, guys? Here are my picks for UFC 317. I almost forgot the number. I don't know the majority of the people in some of these cards, in this card, so I'm just gonna go to the ones I do know. Nico Price versus Jacoby Smith. Nico Price is, I like him as a fighter. He's a really cool dude, but he is very inconsistent. Sometimes he wins, sometimes he loses, but he more loses than he wins. So for me, it's gonna be Jacoby Smith, round 2 TKO. Then we go to the next one, Terrence McKinney versus, I'm not going to say his name, but he's from Russia. I'm just going to root for Terrence McKinney. He's been going downwards right now, but I really want him to get that dub to get back there in that win column. So I'm going Terrence McKinney. I hope that it's a second round KO. And yeah, that's it for that one. Viviane versus Tracy. I really don't know that much about Viviane. I don't remember a fight that I've seen. I might have seen it, but I just forgot. Tracy Cortez, she likes in some areas, but she's good in others. All I could say is that it helps out the division if she wins. So it's better for her to win. So I'm going to go with her. I don't know what it would be. I think maybe even a decision it would end off on. So let's go with that. And then Emil versus Delgado. Fuck, I don't even know if I've seen these guys fight. You know what? I'm going to go to a second round TKO from Emil. Let's go with that one. I don't even know, but fuck it, you know? Robocop versus Jack Hermanson. I'm going with RoboCop. He's still on his streak, right?
No.
Or did he already lose?
Ya perdió contra Cannonier.
I forgot about. I haven't seen him in that fight. Well, I mean, he was doing really good until he got it against Cannonier. But I think that just one loss doesn't mean that he's going to go downhill. I think that he still has a lot of tools that could help him out against Jack Hermanson. So I feel that he's got it in the bag. I think that it's going to be a second round submission. Yeah, that's what I see. Peyton Talbot versus Felipe Lima. I've heard a lot about Felipe Lima. I can't really say I've seen anything or remember anything of his fights, but I'm still rooting for Peyton Talbot. Peyton Talbot still has that crisp striking. He's pretty quick. Just the only thing I hope that he's been working on is ground game, because Felipe Lima, from what I've heard, he's all around really good. So that's the only thing I can say. I can't really say more than that. I'm just gonna root with the guy that I've been rooting for since I've seen him in the Contender Series. So I'm gonna go with Peyton Talbot. Then Beneil Dariush versus Renato Moicano. This one is an interesting fight because they're more jiu-jitsu practitioners than strikers. So we might see this on the ground, or we might not see them on the ground at all. So it could either be a submission or TKO, because I don't see a KO coming out of any of them, like a vicious KO. It would be more a TKO. But if I were to say that Renato Moicano would get it done, maybe in the third round, in like halfway through the third round, he would get that TKO. But yeah. Then Royval versus Joshua Van. I almost forgot. I'm rooting for Joshua Van, but all I can say is that comparing his last fights to who he's going up against right now, that is Royval, I think that it's a big step up for him. And it might not have been the best choice to put him against this person, because I'm not going to say caliber because he's not good. But just the people that Royval has fought have helped him out so he could keep that spot that he's in. And Joshua Van is still young. He's still learning. He has a lot to still learn. So I feel that this fight could go either way. It could be a submission from Royval, or it could be a KO from Joshua Van. Is it going to be a 5-rounder or a 3-rounder? 3-rounder? I could see it even third round KO from Joshua Van, so I'm going to go with that one. Then Alexander Pantoja versus Kai Kara France. I'm going Kai Kara France. I hope he fucking knocks him out in the second round viciously so he doesn't ignore me. I was going to say bother me anymore in my life, so fuck Pantoja and let's go Kai Kara France. Then the main fight. Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira. Like how I've always been, I'm gonna root for Charles. And I know that he's gonna get this. He's gonna win. He's gonna get Ilia Topuria in the third round. He's gonna KO him, and Ilia won't be able to do anything about it. Ilia won't be able to implement his striking that well. Charles will be the one that's gonna be dominating the whole fight, and I know this because when Ilia Topuria went up in lightweight, when he was going up against Jay Herbert, he did okay, but in the moment that Jay Herbert hurt him, the only thing is that Jay Herbert didn't capitalize in that moment. He wanted to strike. He didn't go for submissions or anything, or from what I remember at least. So I know that Charles, the moment that he hurts Ilia Topuria, he's gonna go there and he's gonna strangle the fuck out of that fucking bitch. I don't care what people say, what people think, that, oh, Ilia's gonna dominate him or gonna get him out in the first or stuff like that. I don't give a fuck. I'm going with what my heart feels, and what I feel is that Charles Oliveira is gonna be the new champion of the lightweight division for a second time.
Ooh, we back, motherfucker. Let's get these picks flowing. I'm gonna start with the regular prelims. I'm not interested in the early release. So let's get these International Fight Week picks flowing. McKenna versus Vega, ¿cómo se dice su nombre? Borishev. I've seen like 3 fights of Borishev, and it's funny. His first fight, it was against, if I'm not mistaken, a Korean dude. I'm gonna say Asian just to play it safe. You feel me? I saw his fight and I was all like, man, he's good. He has some crisps. Oh, I said crisp. He has some good striking. But then he fought versus, ¿cómo se llama el hijo de Ben Askren?
Se me olvida.
Capilov.
No. He fought versus this motherfucker that pranked Ariel Helwani and thinking that was Ben Askren's son, you know? I forgot his name, sadly. But I remember he fought him and he got dropped. I was all like, yo, what the fuck? And then he lost his next fight. I forgot versus who did he fight? Huh?
Yeah, you're good.
And then but yeah, I was all like, damn, but shit. But I'm gonna go with McKennister just because he's just fun. He's just a fun motherfucker to watch. So I'm gonna say hopefully McKennister KO, but I do see it going to a decision also. Next up, Viviana Araujo versus Tracy Cortez. Honestly, I don't remember watching Viviane fight, but I'm gonna say Tracy because like what my brother said. Just mostly because tell the division, bro. That just it. I'm not no simp, so it's not because of that, motherfuckers. I'm gonna skip this one. I won't give a pick on this one. Jack Hermanson versus Gregory Rodriguez, aka RoboCop. I'm gonna go with RoboCop. Don't get me wrong. I can see Jack Hermanson winning just because of RoboCop's cardio, bro. That's just something really big that bro hasn't like worked on. So I can see that possibility going, but hopefully RoboCop gets it done in that second round KO. I do see it. Main card: Peyton Talbot versus Felipe Lima. Like this motherfucker said, bro. Y'all motherfuckers switched up fucked up. Like that shit was crazy. I was just like in social media and I saw everybody, yeah, Talbot should retire after this loss. I'm all like, damn fuckers, you were the same motherfuckers that were on his dick though. But hey, be like that though. With that being said, Felipe de Lima by decision. Hopefully this motherfucker retires. Benio Dariush versus Moicano. I'm gonna say Moicano finish third round. It's good. This motherfucker does gas out sometimes. I'm gonna say second round. Hopefully it's just sad because I don't want Benio to get finished because you already know they're just gonna feed him to like monsters of the lightweight division. And it's sad because they don't like him. That's the shitty part. And for me, if they win or lose either of them, they really don't. Even though Moicano brings a lot of eyes just because of what he says in his post-fight interviews, they don't really like him because fuck, they took him a minute for them to actually give him somebody above him. They were just giving them unranked motherfuckers under him. So I was all like, damn, they really don't give a fuck about Moicano. And Benio Dariush, do I really need to say something? So I'm gonna go ahead and say that Moicano by second round finish, KO. Next up, Roybal versus Shuo Van. I'm gonna go Roybal. I think Roybal has the tools. There is that leg kick right there. They always get Shuo Van with those leg kicks. And in his last fight, he was getting leg kicked often. Not crazy, but often. And I mean, it's been less than a month since he fought. So I don't know. I just feel that Shuo Van has those cards stacked against him. So I just see Roybal taking this one, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and say second round finish. I'm gonna go ahead and say same thing, submission. Or I just wouldn't be surprised if it's KO, but I'm for sure thinking that's gonna be a submission. Don't get me wrong. I wish Shuo Van would take this up, but I just don't see it. Hopefully he does. Hey, fuck me if I'm wrong. You feel me? Don't, please. Alexander Pantoja versus Kai Kara France. Man, hopefully Kai Kara France can get this shit done, bro. Cause I'm tired of Pantoja. In my opinion, bro, just thinks he's a good guy when he really isn't. He's just a piece of shit, and I've seen it time and time again. And yeah, just Kai Kara France. I think he's gonna get it done in the third round by KO. Next up, the main event the evening. Ilia Topuria, Charles Oliveira. Interesting fight, bro. Interesting fight. Not the fight I wanted. I wanted Ilia versus El Macas, aka Islam Makachev. But bro wanted to go up. Just shit happens for a reason, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna go with my heart. I'm gonna say Charles Oliveira. I think he's gonna get it done by second round submission. But interesting fight, man. I just wonder, cause I know Charles is gonna get dropped. I just know that. When he gets dropped, what is Ilia gonna do? That's really my question. Is he gonna follow to the ground? He keeps saying he has really great submission. I really haven't watched his fights when he wasn't in the UFC, so I don't know. But a lot of motherfuckers in the UFC say, oh, I'm a good grappler, I'm a good submission artist, this and that. But they never use it, and it's funny. Every time they get taken down, they struggle to get back up. So it's just kind of hilarious when it works like that. Then, so that's my question. If Ilia drops Charles, is he gonna follow up like Islam did? So that's a real big question for me. But interesting fight. A lot of scenarios can happen. How is Ilia gonna take that hit? Because I mean, I know Charles hits really fucking hard. So I'm just wondering, what would his reaction be of being hurt? We saw it against Jay Herbert, but Charles is not Jay Herbert. But also respect to Ilia, because I know his mentality. I don't know, bro. I'm usually connected to Charles, but let's see what happens. Obviously, I'm going with Charles. That's my man, bro. I said it a year ago. That's my man. So I'm going with Charles, and let's have fun, motherfucker.